Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are having an awesome day. We are back today with another speed building video, and it is going to be a very tiny cottage. We are in between the month of September and August, and I was definitely in the mood to build something with fall vibes. So I went with this cottage I was wanting to do something warm and cozy, but as I was building, it kind of ended up becoming more of an in-between cottage of seasons between like summer and fall, and I wanted to call it the Sunflower Cottage, and I thought it was going to be a really cute idea for a little elderly woman to live here with a sunflower garden, and that was kind of like her income, and she was maybe going to be a florist, which, looking back on this video, I forgot to include a florist table, but that can easily be added in if you would want to play with that storyline. But I thought it would be super cute to play with, and I just love the idea of this little old lady living here with a whole bunch of sunflowers. And that's how it ended. I was leaning more towards fall feeling when I was building this, but that's how it ended up, and I absolutely love the way that it turned out. And I don't know if that happens with you guys when you build, but you have one thing in mind when you start, and then as you build it completely changes, which it didn't change too much, but I do love the way that it turned out. But I found this image on Pinterest. I will try to include it here, that I kind of based this build off of, and I just thought that it would be perfect. It is a very tiny cottage, so when you walk in, it's all open except for the bathroom. So it's kind of like a studio cottage with a little bathroom off to the side. So it is very tiny, but I do feel like it was very spacious on the inside. I feel like it wasn't really cramped, and I really like the way that it turned out. But I do get a bed and a dresser and a fireplace, a table, kitchen cabinets, all a couch and a TV, all the necessities that she would need or want. I do get a little seating area outside, and I do include a pond, which I thought would be super cute, where she could just go out and feed the ducks. That's what I had in mind when I built it. But here I am moving on to the inside, and you can see how tiny it is, with the bathroom off to the side, and then I tuck the fireplace in that little fireplace bump out there. But and I thought that stone fireplace from Cottage Living fit perfectly. I could just imagine coming in on a crisp like autumn day and have that fire going, and that's just where she would warm up. I absolutely love that idea. And I tried to stick with just base game and Cottage Living. I am not sure if I used anything else, but I really tried to stay within those packs. So I hope that I was able to do that. But here I am furnishing the bathroom. I do not get a shower in here. So she does just have a bathtub, a toilet, and a stand sink. So that would be something you could replace if you wanted your sim to have a shower. But I liked the idea of it just being a bathtub. Since it is a small cottage, I wouldn't think that they would have very like modern fixtures and appliances, so I figured it would just have come with a tub. And then I really like how I added this small dresser here beside the toilet and behind the tub. I thought that that was a really cute idea for extra storage, and then to just kind of clutter it up a little bit. And adding these sunflowers in this bathroom on this table is what really changed my mind into making it a sunflower cottage and kind of going with that theme. I just loved the way that they were kind of wilty looking, and then I knew we also had some sunflower decorations that were not so wilty looking, but I really went with that idea, and that's how I came to it. And then this bed here with the sunflowers on it was absolutely perfect. I do not ever use this bed, so I was very happy to have this and include it in this build. I didn't think I could have asked for a better bed. And then I also decorate that with this Cottage Living rug. I absolutely love this rug too, and all the swatches that it comes in. And then the cottage living little vanity dresser over there off to the side with some more sunflowers. I get a nice little clock on her end table and a basket full of lotions and different things that she might need. I also love the fireplace poker, that decoration that we have. I love the way that it looks next to fireplaces. I'm really glad that they have that now. And then I just push this green comfy couch up against her bed with an old trunk for her TV stand, which I thought was perfect as well. Like maybe it's something that she had moved here with, and then she just cluttered it up with her TV and some different items. I also had this coffee table here in the middle, but I do have to get rid of that. I was afraid that they may not be able to get through, so I go ahead and delete that here in just a moment. But I do get a rocking chair in here, and I do add a little cross stitch kit later on because I figured she may be a crafty sim and she may want to do her little crafts there sitting in the corner. It may have been good to add like a knitting basket too, but I did not do that. I just did the cross stitch one, so that might be an option too. And then I put a little side table by it with that little decoration item that had like the flower and it like kind of lit up a little bit, which I thought was perfect. And then I'm moving on to the kitchen here, and I do the cottage living cabinets, which I don't like the big cabinets that come with like the blue fabric over the majority of it. I like those as an accent, but I always use the end piece cabinets that are just all wooden. I love the way that those look, so I try to use those the most. I love the way this little kitchen turned out though. It is absolutely cute, and I brought the yellow cabinets in because I thought it would be perfect for her Sunflower Cottage. But I just decorate the cabinets up as well with a little tea set, some salt and pepper, and then I love the little chicken and the little crock pan that came with cottage living as well. I love using that as a decoration, and I loved it in this green color in this kitchen. I thought it fit perfectly. And then I do get, you know, just your typical shoes and your coat hanger, a mirror in the front entryway, and now I'm just making sure it's all decorated and trying to fit a dining table in, which I do get the cottage living one, and I try to bring some more of that green in with the chairs. But I love the colors of this little cottage. It is so comfy. I figured in real life it would be so nice to stay in. I feel like it would be very warm and comfortable to be. But I'm just getting some lights here on the outside. And then once I choose my light, I move on to putting the mailbox out front and a big garbage bin out the front as well. I typically leave those at the front of the lot where they come in at the walkway, but I do move it here in just a moment after I get these trees placed. And I'm also building this pond right now, which I don't normally do a lot of ponds. So I was happy to add this, and I absolutely love the way that it looks. I love all the little details that you can add in as well, like the fireflies and the duck. And I think there's even like an alligator, which I've not played with that, so I don't know the interactions if there are any. But I love all the lily pads and the flowers. I thought that it looked so good. And then I go around it and I just add a bunch of overgrown grass because I figured she may not be the best at keeping up with her yard since she is elderly. So she does have a few weeds. And then I also pull some rocks in and kind of roughly outline the pond as well. And then I noticed in the world that there was a bunch of just rocks in the grass with flowers around it. So I tried to duplicate that in her lot as well to kind of make it blend in a little bit more. So I do add a little like rock wall back here with some weeds and flowers. I also get a little seating chair back here with some lights as well if she wanted to come and, you know, watch the ducks or feed the ducks. I thought this would be a very peaceful place to sit and relax if she has nothing going on at the moment, so she can definitely just catch her breath and have a moment there with the ducks. But here I am adding the little sunflower garden out the front. I do individually place all of these sunflowers, but it turns out so cute. And I thought it was different than doing like your typical like flower garden out front. I thought that it was something different, and I do love the way that it turned out here. I was thinking about fencing it in, but I do not. I do get a little fence off to the edge, which I think adds a little bit, but it's not completely closed off. So I just love the way that it looks. But here I'm moving the trash can and the mailbox a little bit closer to the front with a little more overgrown weeds as well. And then I'm going to put her little seating area out here with a grill and some, I do get the umbrella seating area, so she has a little bit of shade. And then I get a lantern out here as well. And then I do put some planter boxes because I figured she may be into gardening, like fruits and vegetables as well, maybe growing her own so she can provide for herself. I thought that was a really cute idea. There's not a lot of planters out here, but those can always be added. And then I do get a chicken coop in here because I figured she would harvest the eggs as well. I figured she was very self-sustaining. So I loved that idea. I wish I would have added that florist table though, where they make like the floral arrangements. I really wish I would have remembered to add that, but I unfortunately did not though. But I'm just checking the lighting, and then I add a few more decorations, and then we're onto the screenshot. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this build. If you did, please be sure to give the video a big thumbs up to let me know you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye!